Hello and welcome to the Life is Storytelling podcast. Today is December 3rd of 2025. I'm your host, Chris Pierce, joined by my co-host, Ernest Gonzalez, also known as Mr. Whiskey. You only see him in the last episode. And we are doing a Gamescast review of Dispatch. Ernest, how you doing, bud?
Good, baby, good. Today was a good, productive day,
Nice.
and now I get to talk about this, and I got feelings, so I'm ready. How
Hey,
about you, man?
I'm excited. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. I did play this game a while back, and I do think this is because I definitely know your stance on something we're going to definitely talk about here. Um, but Ernest hopped on this when it completed, and I'm not saying like that's wrong. Play the game. That's the right thing. I think we're both going to agree that's the right thing to do is play this game.
Yes, yes.
But I hopped in. Granted, it was a little late because I was finishing up. I wasn't finishing Hades. I just realized like, hey, with the episodic format, I can fit this in while I'm playing Hades too, because it just makes it easier. But I did hop in. It was like the second week, so the first two. So I hopped in on after two episodes had already been out, and that hype cycle just carried me to being like, oh, I need this now. I need this. I want to be part of this every week. And yeah, we'll go into that. But I do have a review for any of our followers who already know. You've probably already seen it. I did give this personally a 9 out of 10. I absolutely loved this game. Obviously, our podcast, our show, our YouTube channel is called Life is Storytelling. It is just a change of words from another kind of point and click, choose your own adventure game called Life is Strange. So obviously, that type of sauce, I'm just gonna salivate over it. And here,
Nah,
and obviously I've been doing a lot of comic content recently, and we've talked about superhero stuff before, and like who's the guy who keeps
we
talking
love
about Jonah
superheroes.
Hex? That's this guy. Uh,
Yeah, the only person left
the only one
talking about
left.
Jonah Hex.
People are like, yeah, that superhero movie with Josh
Last of the
Brolin.
Mohicans out here, dude.
The last of the Joe Heekins. No, but
No, not okay.
but yeah, this was pretty much like set up for me to just end up loving it. And on top of that, I'm a big Breaking Bad fan. We have Aaron Paul here as our lead character. I don't know, like I like Critical Role a lot. I've never tuned in for like their campaigns as they're happening, but I see a lot of clips. I see a lot of the stuff they've influenced, and then of course I'm a big fan of Vox Machina, and I'm really, really, really enjoying Mighty Nine that we're like 4 or 5 episodes into right now. And not to mention the other, 'cause they do like that whole cast of people just do so many things in games we do touch all the time. We
Right,
talk about
yeah.
Last of Us regularly, so
Overwatch.
obviously Overwatch for sure.
Like yeah, so many
So
things. And
many.
then like anime that they're in and stuff like this
Oh,
too.
I don't
Like
do dub.
they're kind of everywhere.
They are, and I'm actually the most recent anime I have watched. I am watching dub. But yeah, I'm just a big fan. This was set up for me to like they would have to go pretty far for me to not like it. Because dude, I remember like when we got the announcement, and no hate to them, like take the time, but like give us an update when we got the announcement for Wolf Among Us 2, like however many years ago. And then like
Yeah.
last year, oh, our second wave of layoffs. It's like, okay. And of course our
Damn,
hearts go
bro.
out to all those impacted by those layoffs. Someone's making bad decisions. But here we are with a game like this. I do think they knocked it out of the park. Of course, I have a few critiques, which I've already kind of gone over. But Ernest, we have not heard your thoughts. Someone who just recently beat this. You've beaten this twice at this time. I want to know your overall thoughts because this is going to be a spoiler cast. The game's been out long enough. There's like people posted their choices like regularly, and and whatnot. But Ernest, I want to know your thoughts of the game overall, and of course, I want your score.
All right. So to start off here, this is 100% a show that I would watch. Like
Yeah,
I would just watch this as a series if I didn't have any hands on with it at all, because this is really such a great story, man. We've had a lot of great stories this year, and this one has to be that in the top. Like it has to be up as a contender for one of the best narratives.
yeah.
Did it get nominated for best
I'll look that
narrative
up. I'm not. I
on
don't think it
Kiwis?
did, but it
Okay,
definitely got up for best debut indie because this is the studio's first game. Granted, they're from like there are Telltale developers in here, but yeah,
right.
this is the studios. But yeah, But you go on about it. I'll look up and
Yeah.
see what they're nominated for.
But yeah, man, I really just feel very attached to all of these characters. I love all of these characters. Even the characters that like you're not supposed to like are so well written and they're so
Hmm.
well designed. Each one feels very unique from one another. And even kind of like to an extent, it's hard to find the new kind of superhero that you haven't seen before. You know,
Right.
like everybody's dipped into there's a hero that can do pretty much anything. But like I appreciate a water boy instead of an Aquaman. You
It is
know,
not
like
up
it's
for a
cool
bit.
that they went there with it.
Yeah,
It is
it is
not.
not up for a
That's so wild. That's so wild. And I'm sure that there's really good
There are
ones
really
on
good
there
ones
that
there.
maybe
Yeah,
took the
yeah.
spot. Yeah. But yeah, that and that the voice actors are not nominated for stuff out here too. It's
Yeah.
crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I know you talked about how Aaron Paul is just killing it in
He's so
this,
good.
and I'm not so much a Breaking Bad fan. Like I never got very far in the series. I don't think it's bad, but
But it is breaking.
I yeah, I'm more of a Need for Speed guy. Just kidding.
Okay. That
Just
could be your
kidding.
thing.
That's a
No,
lie.
it's a thing now.
That's a 100. No, it's not. I've never
It's
seen
a
that
thing
movie.
now.
And you can't put this on me. And but the entire cast, like you said, I am a huge Critical Role fan as well. I'm a critter, and
Is that what
I
they're called?
the like fans of the show. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
it works, right?
I hate them
And
now.
then
No, I'm just playing. Go.
oh, got you. Never mind. I hate this game. But them getting involved with this and like I love that very rarely do you see people get power that are just like have the fans' best interest in mind. And it's awesome when it happens like this because
And then like
they
keep it.
continue to put out like quality stuff. They continue to be involved in like the best projects. And I just appreciate them as people from like what I've seen on a camera, which most of the time is them for like 3 hours, just kind of like being themselves.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it, especially um the Mighty Nine. So I'm
Yeah.
very excited to get in on that. But that's another thing that I might see when it's completed because the episodic games, I
Mhm.
understand that it's a thing for Telltale games, or like not Telltale games necessarily, but like those types of stories, the interactive
Choose your own adventure.
narrative games.
Yeah.
Right. Choose your own adventure. Thank you. But I'm just not a fan of it. I want to play a game all the way through and I don't want to have to wait a week for it. That's what I do for shows. And this is a video game and I
Mhm.
want to play a video game all the way through, man. Like and going through this, like there were so many times that an episode would end and I'd be like, dude, if I had to wait a week, I'd be pissed. You know, like, oh, like I need to see what happens next. So I there was even a couple of days between when I started my game and when I finished it,
Mhm.
and there was like a day or two that I had to like not play the game because I was doing other stuff, and I really wanted to give my full attention to the game and be able to play for like lengths of time, and that drove me a little bit crazy too, just because like I stopped on a high point and I wanted to keep going, damn
Right.
it. But like, oh, you got to go to sleep because work or whatever, you're an
Mhm.
adult. It's terrible, I
My
tell
body
you.
needs
But
sustenance. As I'm
so
taking a sip of water.
as you're taking the drink, that was perfect.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man, I just really love these characters. I love this world. I want an episode two. The only thing sometimes the gameplay, like you said before, the some of the randomness, the RNG
When you're
kills
actually
me
doing the
a,
dispatching. Yeah.
a lot of the time. Yeah, because I know I did a good job here.
Right.
That there's certain missions that are like you're going to fail it, and it doesn't really affect the story. Like that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. Um, that's just a real downer. And the hacking mini games were all right,
Yeah.
but they also weren't the best. Very like simple design there.
Yeah.
And the other thing is like I really did enjoy dispatching the heroes
Mhm.
and stuff like that. Like I kind of wish there was like a mode where I could just do that,
Yeah.
you know.
I
But
get you.
that's just me having a good time with something and wanting more of it. So it's hard to like take a point off or anything there. But yeah, some of the gameplay, just the way it's designed, wasn't necessarily my favorite. Not to say when you sat down at the computer and you are dispatching these heroes that I wasn't having lots of fun.
Yeah.
um yeah, I love this game so much. I went for an immediate second playthrough. Like credits hit, and I was like, I'm playing this game again, baby. Like
Yeah.
Chris was like, "What game are you gonna play next?" Man, I was like, "Dispatch again, dog." So I really had a good time with this. I enjoyed both of my playthroughs, and I did things very differently. I do wish there was a little bit that was like a little bit more different, because I made a lot of different choices and I ended up with the same result at the end.
Yeah.
And not the result I was going for either. I actually got the bad ending twice. Like, what am I doing, dude?
Yeah.
So I get there's different ways to land there though, from what I'm understanding. So
Yeah.
yeah, I wish the path would veer a little bit more when I do make these different decisions, but there are still large enough differences to where I enjoyed that second playthrough very much.
Okay.
Never got tired of the mini games or anything, but I could see myself getting there. So I think it's an appropriate amount, like proportion wise, to the length of the story. But I would love a mode just to play on its own.
Yeah.
So
I get you.
um, but yeah, that's about how I'm feeling.
Then
It,
give me
it
that
was
in
tough
number
to come
form,
up
baby.
with some of those negatives. So this is a very, very, very high scoring game. I want to give it a 9 out of 10 as well.
Okay. That's nine. So that's
Yeah.
9. He gives a 9. I give a 9. That's a 99. Look at that. Um,
Oh man, that's a big score, bro.
but I do so I do echo a lot of things there. Obviously I know where the big point of contention between the two of us is going to be, but that's going to provide two different perspectives. But yeah, so I agree. I would love to be able to kind of just play the mode. My thing is, um, I enjoyed the only reason I would have played this game again for me because I got the good ending. We could say I made all the right choices. Um, you got to help a guy tuck it in, and that's how the whole ending is decided. I'm just kidding.
Dude, I tucked it
I
in,
know you
dude.
did. I
I
know you
tucked
did.
it
Did you
in.
do it
I wouldn't
twice?
leave it. I did it both times.
Oh, that makes
Yes.
you gay. That's a little gay.
No,
I'm just
man.
kidding.
No, 3 times.
3 times. That's too much.
Shake it once, that's fine.
There. Oh my
Shake it
God.
twice, that's
Okay.
okay. Right? Am I right?
Yeah, I think you're right. I
So
think you're right. But yeah, no, so like if we had a mode that like kind of just did that, like where we just did the dispatching, as long as we had the voice acting with it, because I did really enjoy hearing just like the casual conversations. Like some of the comedy didn't always like work, but like even the stuff that didn't work, it was like when you're in a room with your coworkers and they're trying to make you laugh, it doesn't always work, and it just seems
it
natural.
feels natural.
Right,
Right.
you're in the
Yes.
office, and me and Ernest both work from home 100% of the time. So, but it just gives that vibe, and I absolutely loved it. I love the vibe there, and like there is a simplicity to like how you do it, and there's like a good level of stress, and I know that because we've been playing Arc Raiders, so I know what stress you can get in the game. Um, but yeah, like there is a slight bit of RNG to it, and I I don't want to say like it shouldn't be there, but like the only reason it was really noticeable to me is because, like I said, the only reason I would want to play this game again is the plat, to go for the plat, because you do have to make other choices and you'll get other trophies that way. But there are trophies for like get like a perfect run in like whatever episode of Dispatch. And when I saw how easy it was to not get that, I was like, oh, never mind. I
Yeah.
don't want to hate this
Yeah.
game. I really don't want to
Because
hate this
you
game.
can get like 95% and fail.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
and it's tough. It's
It's
tough, man.
very
Because
tough.
then
Yeah.
one of them getting injured or something like that affects the whole rest of that round. You
Right.
know, like
Which to
if one
that
of
end,
them
I
gets
think that's a
down,
little
like
bit more
forget about it.
fair. But at the same
Right.
time,
Yeah.
it being what leads to them being hurt sometimes is the RNG-ness of like, oh, he like what's his name? It's not Impossible Man. What's his name?
Impossible man.
I was like, I'm trying to think of a word in the Phenomenon.
Phenomena. Yeah, okay.
Phenomenon. There you go. I was like,
Impossible man.
he's voiced by the guy who plays Grog. What's his name? Travis something, right? Am I correct?
Travis Willingham.
Travis Willingham.
Travis Willing Bam.
Okay. They'll
That's
say that's some
Invisigal's real life husband.
real life husbands, yes.
Yeah.
Um, but like if he messed up on a round, he would just get depressed. And he is very much because he's like a superhero and like he's really strong and like there's a lot of benefits if things are going well. But and it's part of his story and it is cool. It makes sense that like it's just part of who he is. The second something goes wrong, like he shuts down. And at first it's funny. And then after like the first time that happens because of something involved with like RNG or something, it's just like, well, I'm depressed too, bud. I don't know.
And because there's those rounds that you're going to fail no matter what, like
Right.
those are the ones that really kill me.
Right, right.
And I understand like, you know, one or two for story's sake, but especially in that last round where like you're gonna send somebody to what is it, sonar or coupe,
Mm,
like and one some of them you're gonna fail no matter what, and
right.
it's like killing my run here, bro.
Right.
Like,
Right, right, right.
so yeah, man, yeah, it's tough. It's tough losing some of those for sure. And I understand like we're mimicking not a perfect world here. You know, this is a very
Right.
flawed and like realistic world, and maybe that would happen sometimes, but it's tough on the gameplay, dude.
And I'm pretty sure early
What'd you think of the
on,
hacking?
I thought that, so. I think the hacking's fine. I didn't necessarily had a problem with it. Like when it got towards the end of it, like there's a specific one that I really didn't like, but I only encountered it a couple of times where you're like matching up wavelengths,
Yeah,
and like I feel
yeah.
like that wasn't as
You're
cohesive,
finding a location.
right?
Yeah,
Because it just it felt like I was doing nothing, but like annoyingly doing nothing. But overall, like the others, like it added enough new stuff to it kept me in there. But I mean, it gave Robert something else to do. Granted, I mean, you could easily do the same thing to just have him like have different like discussions with the crew as things are happening and go that route instead. And I imagine that would probably go over better with fans. Granted, again, we gave this a fucking nine, both of us.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm just like, but we people are here for the most part to make the choices, see where the choices lead, like 100%.
yeah.
And then the characters obviously influence how much you want to see things go a certain way and stuff like that. I was just really happy. Like I just got an ending I really, really liked because I early on I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker, and it's happened a lot of times in my life, both adult and child, where I was just like, I can fix her, and this game let me. This
Oh,
game let
man,
me,
it's
because
a lot to fix.
it is a lot to fix. But hey, you know what?
Same.
So am I. So am I. Um, but
Aren't
yeah, I
we
want to
all,
visit
man?
Go. I will not hate anyone who goes for Blonde Blazer because I do think they're both great. And obviously, I will say I had some things where I was like, I don't trust you, Blonde Blazer, the first time through because I was like, she's too nice. There's even a whole point
She's
where
just
she shows
nice
up at that whole that scene where like you're in the bar
in
and
the
she
bar.
shows up to help
Yeah.
you. I was like, oh, she's about this is it. This is where I didn't trust her. She's about to betray me, and she doesn't. She's a sweetheart. Love her.
Oh,
Love her.
yeah, and
Love
she
her as much as
stands up to those people like a super badass
super
too.
badass
Like,
because she is a
that
sweetheart.
Shroud respects her so much, like, really says a lot about the kind of, like, person and hero that she is. Like,
Yeah.
she's very, like, heart of gold, and a lot of people, I think, see that and just be like, "Oh, basic," you know what I mean? Like,
I will say I didn't go
because
that
she
far with
is.
it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
but I see
and
what
I
you're saying.
might be being, like, a little bit extreme or whatever, you know?
Mm,
Like, she's your, like, you think of a lady superhero, like, okay, she's gonna be blonde and have blue eyes, and she's gonna have muscles, and she's gonna shoot light out of her hands or something. She's Starlight or whatever, you know?
right.
Like, the most
She's a jacked
marketable
starlight. Right, right, right.
person ever. Yeah, yeah. So, like, um and I get it because I tried to go Vizzy the first time, and it didn't work out too
Yeah.
much. I did try,
No,
man.
man.
I did
At some
everything.
point you chose not to try anymore.
But that would had nothing to do with the relationship. That was work.
I'm not taking that from you, but the relationship is part of work. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Pose depressed. We're going to talk about Thought Squad here in a minute.
Oh, yeah, we are.
But no, like obviously make whatever choices you want. Obviously, some people online take it a little too far, being like, "Oh, this is the right choice." Dude, they're both viable and they're so different from each other. It would suck if they were anything similar. It would suck so
Right.
bad. I honestly, I struggled. Granted, I think it's like the third episode because literally I was like, "Oh, she snuck into a movie theater." Oh, I get to watch this with her while she's on the thing. Oh, I can surprise her. And Blonde Blazer texted me about I don't even like I think some dinner, and I was like, I don't want to go to a dinner. I want to go to a movie.
Dude, I had to pause. I had to pause and be
Nah.
like,
Oh
"Ooh,
no,
what do
so I
I
did
want to do?"
pause
Because she's
because
so nice.
right, but I knew that like granted, I didn't know like it would, and I don't think it does lock you into anything because you like have to consistently make the decisions till you get the payoff, which is how it should work. It shouldn't just be immediate. Um, but at that moment, I was just like, what would I rather do? I think she's pretty cool, and then I love it when you hop in and it's just like, do you like Sour Patch Kids? I fucking love Sour Patch Kids, and I was like, oh, I fucking love you,
That
girl.
was
Like,
the
God,
first red flag.
nah,
Actually, there's a lot of
Sour
red
Patch
flags
Kids are
before that. I'm
great.
tripping.
First of all,
No, yeah, I
there's
love
red
Sour
flags for
Patch Kids. I'm
both,
just kidding.
but it's this: you learn the red flags aren't actually there for Blonde Blazer and or for Vizzy. She did nothing wrong, but just kidding. She's done some things wrong for sure.
She's done a lot
Yeah.
wrong. She's
Nah,
pretty
she does nothing.
consistently,
She does
actually.
nothing to Robert, but love him. What'd she do
She
to
kind of
Robert?
put a bomb on his back.
Yeah, but she didn't know it was Robert.
And then, I mean, she saw his face before it happened.
She didn't like. She didn't know Robert though. That doesn't mean anything.
And then she's undercover the entire time. She's like a double agent the entire time.
Yeah, and this is where our endings differ. She was my double agent.
Dude, because I got the bad, so both of
Both
my
times. Don't
endings
listen to what he says
was
about Vizzy. He clearly doesn't know. Go on.
so both of my endings, she ended up stabbing Shroud in the
And
throat.
didn't choose the
Like
hero route. Yeah.
that is the bad ending. And that kills me, especially the second time around, because
I get it.
although so the first time around I tried to date Vizzy, and what happened was
What
I
happened?
got to
What happened?
I the whole time I was just, so I went to the movies with her,
Mm,
I flirted with her. I said all the things that I thought she would like. I had her back in arguments and stuff like this.
mm,
We got to the end, and when it was time, I very much respect the way that the Z team comes together
mm.
and makes a vote on whether or not to keep Invisigal around or whether or not they want to, because it's still just a proposal. They know that they don't really have the ultimate power there.
Right.
But for that group of like ex villains or whatever to like be like, we need, they rented out a conference room, bro. Like towards the end of that shift, they're like, you got the room for tonight, right? And they're like,
Mm.
yeah, I got you. And they're like, okay, good. At least we can do that tonight because they know that it's important. And whether you have Waterboy or Phenomenon there, like everybody there, not Phenomenon, actually, I was like everybody there like is very invested in this and they've like thought about it hard. They even go through all the different cutscenes of showing each hero and saying like you see them just like sitting there contemplating, think about stuff like what's his name? Punch Up is like punching the back of a punching bag out.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole thing, like everybody's going through it, really thinking about this stuff. And for them to come together and decide to do a vote and they don't want Vizzy there, I was like, I felt like I had to respect it. And especially like in my life, I've had some really bad leadership and I've had people come together like that in a workplace and propose something to a boss. And they're like, no, I'm going to do it the way that I want to do it. And you have to listen to me because I have the ultimate power. And so some of that also led me to be like,
Uh-huh.
okay, I'm going to listen to you. But then you have that scene in the locker room just
Mm.
after that. And you go in there and you're like, I care for you. And she tells you the truth and I forgave her and everything. And then we share a kiss and then she walks off.
Did you still kick her off
And
the squad the second time?
no.
Okay, just checking. You really made it seem like you
And
did.
no, yeah, this is just my first playthrough. So,
Gotcha.
you share a kiss and then she walks off or
Mm,
whatever. And then, she still comes to help. I still cut her free with the scissors, all that
mm.
type of stuff. But then we get to that last part and stab to the throat for Shroud,
You missed
right?
something. Yeah, I don't know. You missed something.
So
Yeah.
so this the second time around, I did everything but date her. Like
Oh, okay.
I kept her on the team. I forgave her. I did all those things, but I was dating Blonde Blazer. And
Oh, I see.
and
You're such a
she still
cuck.
stabbed him in the throat, bro.
Yeah, you're so
And like
savage.
what am I?
I don't know, maybe care about somebody other than yourself. I don't know, man.
I cared
But
about Blonde Blazer. What are you talking about?
obviously you didn't
No, but I
actually.
cared. I cared about the Z team because I understand that that relationship is very like front and center.
Uh,
Like you and Vizzy, like it's literally what determines your good or bad ending, right?
right.
But like that team though is just so full of character and passion, and people have
So
very
why do you
strong
hate
opinions
Gollum?
and stuff like this. No, I don't hate Gollum.
Because
He's the
he
only
is
one that didn't
not
vote though.
right, but he's just not enough for you because you don't think minority matters. You worded your stuff very politically. I'm going to do the same thing because he thinks if a group of people agree on something, they can agree on something that's going to be bad for people because he thinks the Supreme Court in 2025 is just a bunch of good people. Um, but so just because
No,
a majority of people get together to vote for something doesn't mean they're in the right.
no, they
Uh,
should have shorter terms, dude.
you think the
They
Z
should
team
have
should have
terms.
shorter terms? That's crazy.
They
That's
no,
crazy. Oh
The
no,
Supreme
no,
Court
no, no,
should have
no, no. I
terms.
don't want to play with your
You need to get
words.
them out of there.
But of course, I thought about them. Like I thought about what they brought to the table. But like, here's my thing. And I knew this the moment we had the bar scene, and like my poor boy's just sitting outside, and I have to take him a drink because he can't fit in the door to the bar. Go. I was like, this guy's got the heart. This guy's got the heart. And he was like, because what happens at the confrontation where Flambe realizes who you are? Two people defend you. It is Vizzy and Golem. And
Mhm,
at that moment, I was just like, oh, the two people who defended me are now obviously Vizzy's not in the room, but Golem, a heart of gold here, covered in mud, obviously, but we don't judge. We don't judge. Um, so I went with him. I was like, no, I'm not gonna vote her out. So yeah, and I had the same thing with you afterwards. Granted, the moment we had the movie theater scene, like episode three, I was like, "You're the one. I'm gonna do everything I can, and Blonde Blazer can suck it."
because of Sour Patch Kids.
No, because I just like her personality. I do think obviously they're both pretty. I do think for the majority, like everyone in here is pretty. Even fucking Punch Above has got like the handsome mustache and stuff like that.
Yeah, even
Um,
Flambe without the tooth.
we would both have a very like I probably would have gotten a bad ending because I don't know how faithful I would have been if we know there was a third option for romance here.
Oh, dude, yes. No, absolutely. It's bullshit that there's only two. Let me just
I'm
say that.
thankful.
I wanted to romance Golem too, bro.
Yeah, that's
And
right. That's what I was thinking of too.
they just wouldn't let me there. I don't know. I don't maybe he wasn't interested, I
But
guess.
probably
No.
because you didn't consider his vote in the thing. So, but
No, but Malevola
she's great.
is damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Like if you've
That
watched
I
our, if
can't
you've listened to
even
our Baldur's Gate review, like Karlach fans left and right here,
oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
like they're not the same character, which is also great.
Like
But like
we're
build
already
wise,
predisposed though,
right?
you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah,
And
come on, man.
Alana
You know
Pierce
too
is
well.
awesome. She spells her last name the same way I do. But yeah, it's cool. Hey, hey, how dare you?
I'm
Maybe.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's a good last name. It's a good last name.
um,
Um,
but dude, yeah, no, she's
but
incredible.
I also there was so the second playthrough as well.
Mhm.
I wanted to do a different thing, so told them I'm just Robert Robinson.
Okay.
I didn't tell them that I was Mecha Man
Uh,
because I did the first time. The
right.
first time I
Right.
told them
Right.
that I was, but so the second time I was like, okay, let me see what happens. And the flambe just keeps pushing a little bit, like, nah, man, like I want to know, like,
Yeah.
because it's killing me to not know, like, please tell me. And they're like, dude, just drop it, and he drops it. And
Okay.
then when they do find out, he's mostly cool with it. It's cool.
Oh,
He
okay. So
keeps
it's just kind of
working.
like you skip that beat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but I forgot what I was gonna say. But with my story, Loving Invisigal, Vizzy, voiced by the wonderful Laura Bailey, who obviously earned its hates. Oh, this is what I was gonna say.
I love her. What are you
No,
talking about? I tried to date her first.
no, actually, you dated
I just
nobody
kicked
your
her off the
first
team.
playthrough. You chose no
I
one.
tried.
That's crazy though. I was like, how do you not get either? Were you making just decisions for both of them and it ended up leading nowhere?
No. I was very much leading on that me and Mandy were just friends.
Who's
And,
Mandy? Is that Blonde Blazer?
yes, it
Oh,
is.
okay.
Which you find out at the very end of the game, like right before it ends, if you date Vizzy. But
Nice.
if you date her, then she reveals very early on that she's like a smaller brunette, equally
Right.
as beautiful.
Which I learned at the
But
very end.
yeah, dude. But dating Mandy was so nice.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. She's so sweet. She makes so instead if you go to the dinner,
Mhm.
it ends up just being her. She set up something like on the patio in the courtyard of the building that you're in, and
Mhm.
it's just like spaghetti and meatballs and like plasticware
Okay.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there with her and you're like sharing a lot. She shows you, she takes off her amulet and her hair changes and she gets shorter and she's like, I'm sorry if you think I'm ugly, and you're like, you're stupid, like you're
Yeah, that is
beautiful.
very stupid.
And then
She's very cute. Yeah, yeah.
and then y'all sit there and you're having dinner with each other, and then all of a sudden Waterboy's there in the window just like "Bleh," like throwing up and cleaning it and stuff. They're
He's
like, why
doing
is
his
he here
best.
so late? It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing. And then just like the little things throughout where you're like the interactions that you usually have with her, where she would just walk out of a room, she just gives you a little peck first and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And she like throws an extra text in, like, I hope you're okay when Chase goes down and stuff like that. Like, oh dude, she's wonderful. She's so wonderful. And yeah, I really enjoyed Robert dating her.
Robert's. Oh, okay.
But
I thought you were gonna get some lesson.
but I wouldn't know what that other stuff is like because
Well, so I will say, because the benefit here,
you know.
like with Invisigal, you don't get the benefit till the end, really. Um,
Mm,
there's no because she is hard to get, and like you
I
are
did
breaking a barrier. Yeah.
I did notice a lot of the same. I mean, you're gonna run into a lot of the same dialogue regardless
Yeah. And that is easily
of
something
what
that
it
can
is. Like
grind me down when I'm doing something. And I'm like, that's also
mhm.
why I was like, I'm really happy with my playthrough. I don't want to go through the RNG of that other
And
stuff. I'm not playing this game.
you're also not able to skip any dialogue too, so you're
That's
going to sit through that
crazy.
whole thing.
That's
Yeah,
crazy. That's
yeah,
something
it's a
that's
lot.
something you can add afterwards for sure. But that's just like you totally should.
Yeah, yeah. If
Um,
I'm go, I would think I would need that to go for a plat, or at
yeah,
least need to put a lot of time because I need at least one more playthrough to do it. I looked at what trophies I had
yeah.
left, and no way am I going to sit through this a third time.
The
That's a
only
lot.
thing
But
I
me
want to
playing it a
change,
second time right away, I want to say is a lot. So I
yeah.
love this game, but don't get the wrong idea.
But like the only thing I would really like to change, what's the winged girl's name?
Coupe,
Coupe. Because I
Coupe.
didn't keep
They
her
just
out of
call her
prison.
Coupe too.
I couldn't keep her out of prison.
Yes. So the second time around, because I also kept Sonar the first time, the
Mm.
second time switched it up to see what's good. Kept Coop, sent Sonar, and I
Is
was
that how
able
you
to
do
keep
it?
him out of. I was able to
Oh, so
keep
it's
him out
just
of prison.
so that's just the thing for either one of them at that point.
Whoever
So
you
was
send away from the team
uh
is going to join with
gotcha.
Shroud. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's so
yeah, yeah.
sad for yeah, because I like Sonar a lot more than Coop.
Um, Coop has a certain charm, like
If
when
anybody you have to hear that from, it's like they have a nice personality. Like it's good.
no, like she's great. Cause
She's
like
cool.
when she's just like she's an emo goth motherfucker.
Mm.
Like she when Flambe's like, I'm just gonna say it, what if Chase dies? She's like, everything ends in death and stuff. Like she's just like real
Very
like she's
edgelord,
like sad.
yeah.
She's like sadness, you know, but
Okay.
like if sadness was like a dark blue instead of the blue that
Okay.
she is in Homegirl's head,
hmm
damn
I
near purple.
but so is that the only way to keep her out of prison? Is to keep her on the team?
Oh no. You have a chance with that as well, but
Okay.
I think you have to defeat them or something
Okay.
because
Yeah,
I was able to defeat Sonar.
I didn't get to defeat her. Of course you did,
Yeah, I
because he's a
think you
little
have to beat
sweetheart.
them.
But Sonar's
It's
hilarious.
kind of it's kind of yeah, but he's kind of a dick too, you know. But
So here's the
that's
thing.
part of it.
Here's the
That's
thing
part of
about
it.
that whole team of ex villains. They're all
They're
kind of
all
a
dick.
dick, except for
Yeah, yeah.
I think he's just got a bad rap because out of everybody, he can't hide what he is. Like it's just
Mm.
like obviously Malevolent, you see that, but like she's at least like she's a person. Like she's like
Yeah.
2 arms and legs. She just got horns,
Right.
whatever. Like that could be a cosplayer or something like that. But
She's a more humanoid than
than
Gollum,
than our
right?
boy here,
Yeah.
who I do, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure maybe I'm adding it as like a sad afterthought, but I was like, was it raining outside the bar while he was just sitting out there? And then you
No,
go
I
out
don't think it
there.
was raining that
Oh
day.
man, am I just
Yeah.
imagining it? Because I felt so bad. Because the whole time we were in there, like he was buying drinks for everybody, I was like, somebody please go get him a
Because
drink.
they should have done the portal thing before. I thought of that after,
The
but
portal thing.
also that was an afterthought of mine. Yeah, because the way he gets in for the bar fight is Malevola throws
Oh,
one
that's
of the
right.
guys through a
That's
portal,
right.
and he like
But at
pops
that
up
point, they're
outside,
not
and
worried
then
about
he goes through it.
destruction, and he's
True.
just very big,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I love when Malevola, when you're having the lamp party and
Uh-huh.
everybody's bringing you a lamp. I told everybody to bring you a lamp or something, and literally everybody brings
Everyone
him a
does it.
lamp.
It's great.
And but when she comes through the door, it like leaves like the smeared brimstone or whatever. I don't
Right.
know what it's called, sulfur
Right. I
on
know.
the
I think
door, and
you're right.
she's like, "I swear this comes out. You just got to put a little like
Do that again. Do
elbow
that more.
grease into it or whatever."
Yeah.
She's just,
There you
"Oh,
go.
I gotta get it out
Let's
of there."
clip that.
Oh, does this look like a thing?
Yeah, it does look like a thing. You're stupid. But no, yeah.
Sorry.
I love the whole team. The whole team is great. My biggest thing with Coop was because I really like because first of all, he was as at the beginning of the game, Sonar was like my most sent out guy because he like he seems goofy when you're talking to him, but like he does have like the smarts to like talk to people and stuff like that.
Right,
Until
right.
he transforms, and then you have to
Well, he went to
his
Harvard. Yeah.
right
So,
for sure.
yeah.
But my thing with Coop, and this is the why I did feel bad about cutting her from the team because she was starting to bond with Punch Up. They were having their own little thing, and I was just like, I'm so sorry, but Sonar is just cooler. Just gotta get you
Yeah.
out there.
And it helps to have those bonds too, which
Yeah.
like if you get rid of the other person, if you get rid of Sonar, then Malevola's doesn't have anybody to bond with unless you have Waterboy.
Oh, that
So
makes sense.
like, yeah, and those bonds just make a difference in like succeeding that terrible RNG. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
But dude, I
yeah,
love
man.
the bonds. The bonds are so cool because yeah, Malevola and Sona were neat. Um,
Mhm.
when we got because we made the same choice. I honestly didn't think you were going to choose him first. I'm happy you did. Everyone choose Waterboy. He's just doing his best, and I mean he's going to get better. You're going to increase his stats. You're going to
He
do other
does.
things.
Yeah.
And he's literally like your healer, your support.
And you send him, I sent him to a mission. He was all one. Like on my second run, he
Mm.
comes in at the end and he has all first level stats. He has no stats at
Right.
all. And
Yeah.
I sent him by himself to a thing with a fire and he fucking passed it with like
Okay,
15%.
cool. I was like, I don't.
So,
Oh man, good on him.
yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
crazy.
where the RNG comes in handy. I'm just kidding, but
I got a trophy for it. It was
that's
beautiful.
awesome. But dude, he's
So,
so he's such a good guy. Like I remember you have this whole thing of him. You see him because he sits in like a mop bucket because he's just
right.
constantly excreting water, and he's just sitting there eating lunch by himself. And I was like, bro, let's sit down and have a talk. And dude, this is again where Aaron Paul's voice, like line delivery, is so good. Like you would not expect. And I love people bringing it up, being like, same voice actor, by the way. Yeah, science, bitch. Now you're coming over here, and he's just like, hey. You're doing your best, and honestly, like I'm proud of you. And like, dude, he's so good. He's so good, and he's also
And
hilarious when you get those joke lines in there.
so, did you also get some dialogue with him? Because I think it depends on the choice, but he's
Mm.
pretty much telling Waterboy like it's not that it's just your confidence. Like it's
Yeah,
not anything else that you have going on. Like it's not a stutter. That's what he's telling. He's like, oh, but I have this stutter. And
right.
you tell him
It's kind
it's
of like a
not a stutter,
self-imposed
it's your
thing.
self
Yeah,
confidence. You're second guessing yourself so much that you can't finish the sentence.
right.
Just believe in yourself, man, and you can do it. And like from there, like for the whole rest of that game, he like speaks at more confidently. It's still not perfect. He still hesitates
Right.
once in a while,
And
but it's
nobody
like
like you don't just go
more
to Golden
definite.
Boy, but like he does show the
Right,
improvement. You
right.
see that, and it's a very precious thing, which is why I was really disappointed in him and giving up on Invisigal so easily for that vote. Because
It
honestly,
wasn't easy. She like made a very definite decision that was going against what other like what was told of the team and stuff like this. And
yeah,
then she almost got Chase had to sacrifice himself in order for her to be safe.
Yeah,
Like he was the only person that could help there.
right.
So like it was fucked. That warrants being punished at least. And
Yeah, no,
like
I
they
understand
say
that.
in there, they're like, we kick somebody for less. Like you kick somebody for less.
Right, but they were
Like this is
treating.
bad.
But the reason, and this is why I say this about Waterboy specifically, this group of people he's siding with were wanting to vote him off at the very beginning. They didn't want him to be on the team.
But they also wanted to vote you off on your first
You're
day.
further proving my
So,
point. But but yes, you
but
should not
but I
take
mean
them
like
like at face value, because they're like if you've watched Succession, I love them, but they're not serious people. Uh,
they're
no, but
bad
literally.
people. All of them are bad people.
They are former bad people. Well, I can't remember the Wreck-It Ralph stuff, but it's not like we're not bad guys. We're just guys who do bad or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wreck it. But literally, I
I'm gonna
just
fix it.
him specifically because, dude, I'm not, and I know I say a lot of like joke crap, but like I understand where they're coming from, and yes, it's 100% justifiable. Let's get this group together. It makes a lot of sense to kick her off the team. I 100% did like the romantic version of nepotism, and I'm just like, I love her. I'm not kicking her off the squad. But at the
Yeah,
same
yeah, yeah.
time, like out of and this is again just going off of the Waterboy's perspective because of what you just said. When he got on the team, everyone was so against it. They even complain when you team him up with people, they don't want him there. If they were given the chance, they would have voted him off. And honestly, and because it's 100% would have been a thing. Because if you look at them, Phenomenon is who you think would be the better choice. Because he has the better superpowers. He can lift
Hmm.
cars. He can go at super speed. He's Superman. He's Superman.
But that depression
Um,
thing is
he's just got depression. He's just unfortunately got depression grinding him down. And like, but that's just why I was like, man, because I looked right at Waterboy. I was like, you smug motherfucker. Like, look where you are. Look where you are. Look where you are right now. And I was just like, come on, man. But at the same time, he's still justified in his feeling of like, I can't trust her, all this other stuff. The game 100% gives you like 33 moments of like, hey, you can choose to back away from her because there's this evidence showing that she's doing something bad. And every moment of the way, I was just like, nah, man, keep my wife's name out of your mouth.
dude, I can't stand that like I supported her so like not be nice to other people or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And like that she still went that route, man. Like it's
So with
such
that,
bullshit.
I would come.
It's such
So
bullshit.
I would give that, and obviously you can say I'm biased, but I do think at that point where the choices are just not impacting her in the specific way, because I agree with you, I don't see why that's not enough for her. I would attribute that to the game. That's the way the game's made. They're wanting
So
you to
what
have to
yeah,
be in a relationship.
what I had looked up, apparently there's like a counter in the background.
Right,
And
which I
each
didn't know.
time that you do something heroic, you get something added to that heroic counter.
Mm.
And that
The
includes like
Paragon.
so yeah, yeah, at the beginning, if you drop dude off of the balcony, even though he doesn't die, he lands in a dumpster.
Mhm.
Like he's fine. Like
Right.
if you drop him off, oh, his name is Toxic. That's right, because it's a
Oh,
great
duh,
name
because he
for him.
turns into
It's
like
a perfect
gassy
name.
and gassy
Yeah,
and
and
stuff.
he's just a super toxic dude.
He
And
is
then
100%. Punch up
it's
gets him.
I think you tell him like that works on so many levels, and he's like, "Duh, that's the point." Um, but if you drop him off the balcony, that deducts a point from there, or
Mm.
like so many points from there. If you're having that conversation with Chase where he says, "When you get to Shroud, are you going to kill him?" I ran out of time there because I like looked at my phone real quick or something like that. And on my second playthrough, I said, uh, I'm not sure. I didn't say,
Mm.
yes, I'm going to kill him. I didn't say that I'm going to save him. I said, I'm not sure. And apparently that deducts a point from you as well.
And
So
I did
there's
that.
like other
I did that
things
as
there.
well. I will say because
Yeah.
yeah, I
So
outright
you
chose him,
just, and it's like you don't have to max it out to get the good ending, but
which
there
is good.
is that counter and you have to reach a certain amount in
I
order
see.
for it to succeed.
So you just have to work
And
a little harder to not do the relationship and get that good ending. Then is that what you're saying?
and also do like heroic things when she's not even in the room, apparently. Like,
Well, that's
you know,
fair because
so
if we're
like
looking at like because if and I think this is just like again how the game's set up. If her doing the good thing is what leads to the good ending, It makes sense that these things there are influencing that moment, even if she's not there. It's just like an unfortunate byproduct of that. Um, did you? Because I didn't ask this about your second playthrough. Because the first time you got through it, you did. You said you didn't get that that moment where it shows Robert saying that he reached his true potential as a hero. He was. Did you get that the second time?
Nope.
Okay,
I got the
but that's
everyman again because
uh-huh.
it's based off the ending. Yeah,
Okay. I
yeah,
see.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Man, I did great first time. That's great.
Dude, that's why the second time I was like, "How did Chris do this?" or whatever.
I
I'm
followed
like, I
my
need to
heart.
go to Google for that.
Just followed my
Got to
heart.
give this a Goog, man.
But yeah, no, regardless, because like even the bad ending, because like I chose to show mercy. I thought about it, but I chose to show mercy. I've seen a couple of the other endings because you'd get the choice to give him the fake thing to put in his visor or the real thing. You can just choose to give him the fake thing, and it will screw him over. It will make his
Oh,
mask go
he still
crazy.
puts it.
He
I didn't know, so I did the same thing the second time because I was trying to get the good ending,
he words it
and I
really
gave him the.
scary. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
and when you're because of what's at stake, the most important thing of the game, and it's our little boy, our little pup.
yeah. I gave him the both of them both times.
Same.
So
Well, I only played
yeah,
once, but yeah, I gave them both that first time. And then unfortunately, Invisigal took a
dude.
bullet for me. But yeah,
I was pissed though. I was pissed in that moment because like that it's the most we've talked about it before. It's the most villainous thing that you could possibly do
right.
is like
It's what set
you
off a whole
threaten the
action
dog.
franchise. Yeah.
You're threatening a dog. Yes, dude. Oh, dude. That church scene, we wouldn't have had it if they never
We
took that
wouldn't
dog,
have
you
that. We
know.
wouldn't have had Donnie
So
Yen come
like,
back and just give us badass stuff
dude,
without that.
yeah, man, Scorpion would still be alive to this day.
Yeah.
But like, but it's just yeah, it's disappointing, man. And because I was so invested and I really wanted to see I want to earn that good ending, you know. I
Yeah.
want to then go back and just change my mind at the last time and not forgive them or whatever, you
Right.
know.
Right.
But like I guess I'm doing another playthrough
Yeah.
where I date Vizzy and I say all the right things and stuff
And
like this, so
see,
I could get to the end and make that decision. But
because
at this point,
that's
it's
tough.
just to like do it. It's
Right.
just to do
Which
it.
is why I don't do it. Granted, obviously, it makes it easier, obviously, to be like, oh, I did get the good ending, and this is just wonderful. Um, but I just happened to land in that park. I didn't look up anything for it. I played this week to week. It was great. But yeah, there from hearing about your experience, and honestly, because it's a known thing that a lot of people have apparently gotten that bad ending. Um, it's rough, and I do think
Like
bear in mind,
31%.
right? This is
Yeah.
again studio's debut game, and like they can only I feel like so maybe you can't only go up from here. We've seen terrible things before, but we hopefully would just go up from here because what a hell of a
Right, right.
starting point, even with the things we're complaining
Yeah.
about here.
Hell yeah.
And they, again, obviously you don't have to do the same type of game, but I hope they do because I do think this episode, like Life is Strange, doesn't need to just be this. Like we need this. I think these are types of games that do matter. They're really cool. Obviously, Telltale is what they are now. I don't know. I do hope for Wolf Among Us too when we do get that because at this point it's going to be a reintroduction when they do another trailer. I'm going
Yeah.
to be very excited because I know you and me are both fans, and that first one was really
Big
good.
fan. Big fan of
Um,
that first one. I love that
but
world.
this was so good. And like whether we get the same characters in a sequel, whether we get new characters, I don't care. I want more of this world because I do think it's really cool.
And I was going to ask you too, like, would you want a different kind of game in this world again? Is that
Oh,
something
different
that
kind
you
of
would
game.
be interested in?
That's like in the shared world. Yeah, I'd be interested.
Like a role playing game or you
That'd be
know
cool.
like an action game or something like that, but
Yeah.
like with maybe one of these characters like somewhere else or something like that, or a
So
different new superhero coming onto the team and you have to go complete missions and Robert's your
right.
dispatcher or
So
something
all that
like
would
that.
be really cool. Well, something I would really like. Granted, it's just leaning more into the build your own adventure. Because if they're because obviously Critical Role did not make this game. Ad Hoc made the
Mm-hmm.
game in association with Critical Role. They assisted with it. Critical Role is going to be coming out with their own thing later on. Excited.
Yeah.
Um, but lean into it. Like give us a D&D type of game. So there's a
Oh
game we've
yeah.
talked about, um, Disco Elysium. It's a single player game, complete narrative, where you're rolling the dice. You have a game master speaking in your head. You do get like different you get a bit different ability traits and kind of build your character from scratch because he has amnesia, and you're playing through a mystery, figuring out that mystery while all these other things are happening and intertwining around you as you're figuring out who the hell you are. And you're rolling dice, you're doing these checks, you're doing all this other stuff. Apply that into like a full, like mix that with what we have here, like where we are doing the role.
Like City of Heroes, I
Don't know what
think
that
is
is.
a game like that. It's a tabletop though.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
it ended up being a massive multiplayer
Okay.
on RPG,
Gotcha.
but also, but it started off as like a board game, and it's pretty much like D&D, but superheroes and stuff.
Gotcha.
And like having a game like that with this world, this character,
It would
this
be so cool.
humor and stuff, like
Right, and that's what I was gonna say, like to have that
yeah,
in this world, but just what I'm talking about with that, because
yeah,
you watch me stream it. It's Life is Strange Before the Storm. You do get a moment of D&D gameplay where your
mhm.
choices do matter, and like you can beat the boss, you can betray the team, stuff like that. It's very like baby's first D&D
Sacrifice the
experience.
brother.
Right.
Yeah,
But like you can but they let you like they give you a taste of it. And before that I hadn't thought about putting the D&D experience in one of these. And now I realize, how do we not have like 18 of these? Because it like literally writes itself. I'm not saying like obviously don't oversaturate the market, but we're
right.
literally talking about we don't have enough games like what Ad Hoc just gave us because Telltale's been out of the game for so long. And even Life is Strange is not in the best spot right now. Just saying that. So here we are.
He didn't like it.
Not a big fan.
He didn't like it.
But yeah, dude, I just think that would be a really cool experience in a game like this. Or of course, if they did a different world, sure, I wouldn't be disappointed. I do want more of
Yeah,
these characters. If your choices carry over, makes me nervous. Only because I've said this a lot of times. When you have your characters returning, you're opening them up for more trauma, and I don't want to
right.
lose Busy. I really thought I was gonna get like a kiss out of her, and when she took the hit, I was just like, I was so scared. Um, but I got her to realize her full like she betrayed not Visor Shroud. She betrayed Shroud. I have Robert Robertson realizing his full potential as a hero, stuff like that. We had a great conversation between him and you said her name is Mandy?
Mandy, yeah.
That girl. Um, oh, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Blonde
She's
Blazer's great.
amazing.
She is amazing. She is amazing. But I
She is the
just love her.
healthier choice. Let me just say
Oh, for
that.
sure. No, for sure. I'm not dumb.
Like,
I'm not dumb. But you know what?
but
Robert's not the
how the
healthier choice.
the other day though you were like, oh, I forget what it was. Like, would you rather date Liv Morgan or someone else, like Tiffany Stratton? And I was like, I think Liv Morgan fits more into my lifestyle or
Yeah.
whatever. Like, Vizzy's probably that. If
Right.
I'm being real,
Right. And
like,
honestly,
yeah, yeah.
probably same as well. Just because like not to get too deep into it, I don't think I've ever dated like just a really blonde positive person. Should give it a shot.
I did.
Yeah. I mean, I've
She
dated
was
blonde and I've dated someone who's been like nice, but nobody who was just like bubbly. Um, but there's nothing wrong with that either. But yeah, no,
yeah.
immediately, and the fact that she has Vi's hairdo, I was like, you got me. It's like you got me. And you like movies? We're done. We're done here.
That's the first thing you told me when you were playing it.
Yep.
You're like, there's a girl here, you can romance her and she looks like Vi.
Hmm.
Like, I'm done. And I was like,
Yep.
yep, that's
I was like,
Chris. That's
that's it.
Chris.
That's it, baby.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
But
no.
again, that was my initial try at it. And from what I can understand, I think the main thing that I miss is like you kiss her at the end or whatever,
Yeah.
like you're official. And like I think I preferred the relationship that you have with Mandy. And I think it's because like over everything, I just really like somebody that's nice to me. Like if you're being nice to me, then yeah, let's be
I
close
like a
to
little
each
bit of
other or
sass. I
whatever.
like a little bit of sass.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Like
yeah.
that's my favorite thing. And
That's
I
fair. Like
understand
they
like
both
in
have
that
their own
little bit
things.
of sass
Yeah.
sprinkled in, but like sometimes it turns mean and I get sad.
It can.
So yeah.
It can. Again, we've watched all three movies of the Poor trilogy. But I just want to say I love Vizzy. She's fantastic. I do think there's not a bad voice actor here. They're all so good. Even Gollum with Golem because he's not the Lord
Golem.
of the Rings character. They're just like spelled similar. But
And
I
that's young, what's his name? Let me get his name real
I
quick.
was like I don't know. But yeah, I love all the voice performances, whether they're being comedic, like we have Flambe doing the song about Robert Robertson being a bitch. It's funny, it's
Oh, dude,
emotional, and
it's
it's just awesome.
hilarious.
It is.
Absolutely.
And my God, does that bar fight scene turn bloody? Like that is crazy.
Oh, that him like pulling out that
Pulling out the
implant and
ink.
stuff,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
and you're doing it like as you're like, oh, dude, this is a very well shot game.
It is.
Like the transitions in the like the way they storyboarded this shit was amazing. There's a transition where you're taking glass shards out of your chest, and
Mhm,
Vizzy's trying to like talk you up and stuff, and then Waterboy's taking a shit,
mhm,
and when Waterboy flushes the toilet, it like transitions to your coffee like swirling in your cup, and it's beautiful, man. And there's
mhm.
so many of those moments where there's just like these back and forth transitions, and they're so well done. But also just the way everything is framed, beautiful.
For
It
sure.
was Young Gravy. Young Gravy is Golem.
Okay, did not know.
Yeah,
I do want
yeah.
to also shout out somebody who, very important character who you do not have on the team. That is
Oh,
Royd.
oh, dude, I love Royd,
He's so
brother.
good,
Hell yeah,
brother.
so much, man.
And like the moment you
Uh,
meet him, where he, because you meet at the urinal, which is like the cover of the game. But I forgot what he does. He's like, "No, you shake it this many times," and he's just like literally shaking his pants.
yeah. Oh no, I don't touch my dick. Like I
That's right.
just,
That's right. That's
and
right. That's
he's
right. That's
like,
right.
I just shake it like that.
And you just watch him.
I
It's
don't
like
gotta
for
wash
solid
hands
30
for that.
seconds. It's so funny. But he's literally just a really caring guy. Um, and it
I'm
broke my heart when
trying.
you bring it because I chose the voice line of like, what if they call you that because of steroids because you're so big? And he's like, you don't think they're actually calling me that because of that, do you? It's like, oh no, he's
Oh,
like an
dude, he
evil
gets
guy.
like a little bit sad, and I'm
He
like,
does.
I'm sorry. I just want to hug you and be your
Right,
friend
right, right.
forever now. Yeah.
Now that I know you don't touch
Um, I was trying to find the name of the Indian dude from Florida that pops in and helps you with hacking once in a while. Oh,
it. Oh
Galen.
yeah.
Galen is his name.
The
Yeah.
guy who, because there's a
Um,
moment where like you do like he reaches out either for a fist bump or a high five, and you just don't acknowledge it, and it's really sad.
oh man, I read that different. So like you and Royd are on one side of the office and
Uh,
he's on the other side of the office.
right,
And you and Roy do a fist bump, and when you put down your fist, you see he's on the other side of the office, and he's like
right.
fist bumping you too. But you don't see it, but he's like, "Hell yeah, we got this,
No, he's
guys!"
not
Like,
included.
oh,
He's
dude,
very
it's
sad. I'm
so
just kidding.
sweet.
No, it could be either way. But yeah,
No, and that's Nimish Patel, and he's hilarious. He is a great stand-up comedian, and
okay.
apparently he's just talented. But
Just talented.
yeah, dude, I love that moment with him. But we have to talk about Thought Squad before we go, real quick,
No, we have
because
something. We're not done with this yet. We have something to talk about before
oh,
that.
my bad.
So because we haven't
Thought
actually
Squad
talked
coming.
about episodic format.
Oh,
Because I do think who runs fast? What's his name?
Chase.
Chase. There you go. I do think the chase moment is completely like
Star
almost
Blazer.
nothing if you just play the next episode immediately. Because we went a whole week thinking he might be dead.
It still in that moment killed me. Like it
It's
had a
sad.
great effect.
And
Like
immediately, like my algorithm immediately started me showing videos of him running, being like keep up, and then it starts playing "I Want to Stay at Your House" from Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and I was like, no,
no.
no. And when you
No.
start the next episode, you do see it's you as a kid. It's Robert as a kid being babysat by Chase, and again, it's a little funny, but it's also like a sweet moment that leads into where we are now. Um, and yeah, it's just a pristine region, a prime reason why I think the episodic format is just really beneficial to just let you know. Like obviously, you say you'd be mad. You've grown up in the 90s. I don't think you'd actually be mad having to wait for something. We wait for things all the time.
No, but I would be like anxious to play it.
Right.
I
Right,
want
right,
to
right.
hurry up and see what happens, you
Exactly.
know?
Which
And
is like
like
it's the same thing
and
as finishing a show and waiting for the next season. You're just like, "Oh, I
yeah,
need
dude,
more."
video game.
But I get
I
it. I'm
just
just
want
saying it's just
to
another form
play,
of
dude.
media. Like
No,
how many
yeah,
people
and
have
I get
waited for that next book in the Game of Thrones series?
and
Yeah.
I know that there's a large amount of people out there that like this, that like the episodic format. Like
And
there
opposite.
was,
But yeah.
it might have been a Dispatch developer. One of the developers of one of these Telltale like game companies came out and was saying like the episodic format is something that people like yearn for because it heightens the suspense and there's time to like sit back and reflect and all this stuff on
Mm,
things that are going on instead of just rushing forward. And like I get how people feel like that. But like in this instance for sure for example, Chase, I thought he was dead, and
right.
I sat back, I paused the game, I felt those feelings for a good moment, and then I'm like, all right,
That good
keep
moment's a
going,
few minutes, folks. I
and then
sat
we
that for
loaded
that for
up.
a week.
Yeah, dude, and those few minutes was all I needed to feel all of those feelings. Like I
Mm.
would have been tortured for a week, and fuck, like I didn't, nah, I'm good with those few. That was enough for me to
But
feel all of those feelings,
the other thing,
and
because
like,
obviously there's no right or wrong. There is no right or wrong. No, there is not. I do think a lot more. There are definitely still a large group of people that would agree with you for sure. And I do blame Netflix because when you do get into the point where like there are streamers that do just drop a whole show, and that's fine. Like I will watch the whole show. Like I'm not going to complain about that. But I also am totally fine with the weekly releases or like you release the 2 episodes and then you go weekly stuff like that. Whatever. The big benefit and why I think it really works for a game, especially a debut game for this studio, this being indie, it keeps people talking about it. It keeps it staying in the zeitgeist for longer. And 100% a big factor of why this game was so successful is because of the weekly releases. I do add on to that that you have to be able to release weekly. You cannot do like what we had with
oh,
what's the Don't
Lost
Nod game?
Records,
Yeah, Lost Records. If
yeah,
if you delay one, do just delay both because
that
that
was a momentum
that
killer,
is a
dude.
momentum killer. That is where you're absolutely killing this. But when you're prepared, when you have it ready, 1 week after another, it's not even because that was already like it was like I think it was like a 2 week wait because it wasn't week to week, but it was like the beginning of a month and at the end of the month. But then it was a full month between, and it was just like okay. But this, they scheduled it. They let you know, hey, 2 episodes releasing each week, 8 episodes, 4 weeks. We're gonna have it all here for you, and it's awesome. And it kept people talking about it, and the numbers kept rising for more and more people buying into the hype of people saying, "Dude, this is awesome. This is so cool." And it just kept going. Because bear in mind, obviously, movies is a good example of like one piece of content that can withstand just hey, it's released. Are you going to talk about it all year? But not everything can be everywhere all at once. What are you going to say?
But there's also like weekly episodes was a thing since back in the day because they were shooting the episodes as they were coming out.
Yeah.
Like that is like I Love Lucy was shooting each week before it came out or whatever. You know what I
All
mean?
right.
Like that's very much like where that format came from. And then so like the Netflix and stuff dropping all at one time. Like I wish I had all of Stranger Things right now. I don't like the way that they're spreading it out.
So hold on,
Um
because you pointed out
like
the evil version of it. Because yeah, and like I said before, there like I'll watch. I'm pretty sure all of Fallout came out at once. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but like Amazon has shows that they do release all at once, and then others that they don't. But like I do not think I don't hate one or the other. I
I'm
just think
I
they're
just
different
feel
genres.
like if you have a completed product, if it's done, it's ready to put out. Like put the thing out, man. Like
So
you're mimicking this thing that they used to do because they were shooting
it's not a
weekly.
thing they
Like
only
if
used to do.
the thing
It's a
is,
thing that is still very much a thing now. Like all of Pluribus is filmed. Season one is filmed, and they're releasing it 1 episode a week.
and it would be awesome if we had that whole
It would
thing for
be,
sure.
but so, and I bring up Pluribus because it's the perfect example for this. You cannot let a show like that with that much mystery. You just don't. You can't give everybody everything at once. There is a huge benefit to making people wait. I'm just saying. If it was all out, again, yes, I would watch it all. Yes, I absolutely would. I do not that I do not think it's I do not think one format's inherently worse than the other. I don't. Some things, like again, this being the debut indie of a game, this is not the type of game that garners a lot of attention. just because it's like the gameplay's really not all that. Like it's very valid to be like, oh, dude, I hate the gameplay cycle of this. It's completely fair. But because of it being weekly, it just kept people talking about it more. And the fact that you can see, granted, it's just Steam numbers. I know you can play this a lot of other places, but the numbers kept increasing each weekly episode. So people were coming in that weren't here for the week before. And then, of course, you're always going to have the people that wait for the full release. Again, not hating on it. That's completely valid. But just saying that cycle does have a benefit. And at the same time, sometimes it doesn't work out. Like if you're going to have to delay part of it, like that sucks. Like it really sucks.
And
But they were ready.
I will not deny those benefits, but
Right.
I obviously have a clear one, which I
And that's
prefer.
fine. And
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
And I keep saying this to say, like, I'm not hating on you or anyone, because I know a lot of people would prefer just to have everything. The Stranger Things thing, they know what they're doing. They're not the only ones to do this either. There's like you can say like, oh, it's just to enjoy it the rest of the year. They want you to not cancel your subscription. They want you to stick around. They want your money. Because what else did
And
they do
because
like this year? They can't the password sharing stuff. What
oh my God, yeah. And now you're not going to be able to like Chromecast to a TV and stuff like this from your
that I did
phone.
not know.
It's crazy.
But yeah,
It's crazy.
that is
Like, dude, I'm paying for this. What the fuck? And they're increasing prices. That's
yeah.
wild. So, but the that threw me off. That threw me off. There
Yeah, you
was
brought Netflix
something
into
about
it,
that.
but yeah,
Like,
I just
I
wanted
did
to
it.
let you know, like,
No,
I know
I
there's a
did it.
bad
Yeah.
version of it. Yeah, 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 and they're the prime reason because they have
Oh,
all that
but
film.
like, and I know it's different, and this might not be the best example, but like, say we're playing through God of War, you
Uh-huh.
know, and like you beat a boss, you beat like one of the bosses at like at the end of like, the first arc or something like that, and then you have to wait a week to play the second one
Uh-huh.
or something like that. Man, it would stir up conversation. People would be excited about what's going to come next, stuff like that. Like there's
Right.
definitely benefits to it, like as a product and for that interest and stuff like that. But like I want to keep playing through that game.
And I get
And
that.
that's how I feel with these, even though it is like more of a narrative thing,
Because you're
even though
watching
it
a
is
show.
like a
You are
TV
watching a
show.
show. Yeah, because I was gonna
Right,
say the
right.
one thing of this because like it's still a good example because you're right. It's stopping you at a point where you'd want to keep continuing. But the thing is, like, if you did build a God of War narrative game that's built around having that weekly release, you could make it work. The thing is, and they're already winning. Either side of this conversation, they're already winning. If you're wanting more, whether you want it now or you're fine waiting, they're winning. They're doing the right thing. Again, we're
Yeah.
two people who gave this nines. So it's just how it is.
And yeah,
But
we're
yeah,
two people that like paid full price for it and
right,
everything.
right, right,
It
right,
was
right.
just a
If
matter of like
anything,
getting it
like
how we
obviously
want it. So
you got all
yeah.
your stuff immediately at the front. But yeah, no, there's just a benefit to both, and I did just obviously want to champion my side, but I do think there's plenty of people, because I know tons of people that are just like just release all of the freaking anime at once, and like, hey, I mean, sometimes you get it
Dude,
all, sometimes you don't.
that's why it's nice that there's two of us too. Cause like you
Yeah.
think about like a streamer or somebody being like, oh, episodic stuff sucks or whatever, and they're just saying that side, and
That's
then
all it
like
is.
they put it out there and there's people in the comments just like shut the fuck up. But we
Yeah.
got both sides covered, baby.
So we're gonna have
Except we both
our
hate
chat
Elvis.
split.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ernest is stupid. I don't like his nose. He has dumb eyebrows.
But yeah, no, I just definitely wanted to champion that because I do think the episodic formula really works here. But at the same time, it's like it's still all very good. It's good content, and to be able to get it all at once is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. I enjoyed, especially because like I had already said, because you had nothing else you were playing when you bought this. You this was the next game for you. I was in fact
Mhm.
playing two other games because I played Arc Raiders at this time. I was playing Hades 2 at this time, and I was just fine with like, okay, today I'm not playing either of those. I'm gonna play my 2 hours because it's essentially like around an hour and hour an episode of just these new episodes. And then once that was done, I was like, easy, easy
Yeah.
peasy.
I
And I love
just
that.
checked 20 hours. 20 hours. And it was like 20 hours like through just like in this world. I feel like it was a good amount of time in there.
That's crazy. A good
So,
amount of time to screw it up twice. That's awesome.
dude, it sucked. That's a bummer, bro. It's such a bummer, dude.
That's
Like
crazy. Like the not getting either one part is what
and
threw
because
me the
like
first
I
time.
was going for I really thought I was making the decisions that I
Mm,
needed to, like the main turning points or whatever, but
yeah.
apparently that counter, I guess, like I don't know.
Yep.
Maybe I think I'm a bad person or like I'm a good person and I'm just terrible.
I've been saying it for
And
years.
this is the way I find out.
We're gonna die, and we're gonna reach those pearly gates, and
And they're gonna
it's
be
gonna be
like,
like,
dude,
"Oh,
you
Chris, you
fucked
got the
this
good
all up.
ending, bro. Hop in here."
Yeah.
Whoa, who are you?
And then and then St. Peter's gonna stab me in the throat, dude.
Yeah, he is.
And
Yeah, he
take my
is.
mask.
And because
God damn.
he destroyed somebody so evil, he's gonna then be
Oh,
called
dude.
Saint Peter because he's
And
double the
and
sin.
I just said God damn right there, so no, I just fucked up
How
again.
could
Like,
you
yeah,
flambe on your
I'm going to
soul?
hell.
Um,
Yeah. Hey,
but yeah,
Satan.
but I
Yeah.
wanted to talk about. But I just wanted to bring up the Chase stuff. Because I will say, you know me, I'm a sad boy. I'm a sad man.
Oh,
I like my sad
you?
stuff. I
No.
kind of wish he had. Like I kind of wish like we had stuck to that. But at the same time, when he showed up in the moment, I was like, hell yeah. But then he's just zipping around with the suit and everything, and I was just like, well, thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your plot armor. But at the same time, as a character, and obviously, um, just the stakes were there because our dog was being held hostage. And that's
Right.
not okay. That's not okay. But you want to talk about Thought Squad. And so like Thought Squad, along with the rest of the soundtrack, just to preface it, the soundtrack is just a banger. It's just
Happy
banger
that
after
I
banger
have
after
that.
banger. Oh, do what?
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I think I lagged a little bit there.
Oh, okay.
um, like that my one of my favorite part of this experience is coming out the other side knowing who Thought Squad is, because before I was unaware, I was not schooled, but
Oh, I
now I
wasn't either.
have the
Yeah,
knowledge that Thought Squad is amazing,
yeah.
amazing. And like
Um,
it's to the point where like I'm asking family members like, "Hey, you heard of Thought Squad before?" Like, let me send you this song real quick. Yeah, I literally sent a song to my sister yesterday.
yeah.
My friend who I hung out with last week, I was like, "Have you ever heard of Thought Squad?" And she put on like three. So she was
Spreading the
like, "I
word.
love Thought Squad,"
Spreading the word.
and yeah, Thought Squad goes hard, bro. Those beats, those lyrics are crazy.
Literally the end of
Like,
episode
I
two, when
love it.
they start playing Pound Cake, dude, I was like, what's happening here?
Yes.
What's happening here? I was like, oh, this is incredible. This is a moment. This is so good. And then later on, you get a song, and I just remember like, hose, depressed. JK, I take my, it's so good. It's so good. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. It's so good. But
That's
like
the
I
bar.
said,
That's the bar fight scene.
right. Right.
Yeah.
But even outside of those two, the overall soundtrack, which is not all rap, but just so you know,
Mhm.
it's a good variety, good like it goes through the motions of this story, and it's so good. It is so good. It's
The
great stuff.
the majority of this soundtrack made it onto my playlist, like
Same.
easy. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, but specifically because the first things I had to look up from it were Thought Squad. But yeah, but yeah, there's just a lot to love with the music. Obviously, it looks good. Like this looks like a really good comic being brought to life. Nothing looked too poor, even in like your cutscenes. Everything looked good. Everything when they're mobile and whatnot. You have a whole mech fight at the end. Um, it's all great. It's all really cool. Like some of the cute, like the quick time events, um, they just. I mean, I was gonna like critique it a little bit, but at the same time, if you have an issue like with quick time events in general, I feel like it's always gonna be the same thing. Because sometimes I get lost in what I'm looking at and I don't notice. Oh, there's an X at the bottom left of the screen. But yeah.
Yeah. I noticed because the second time I just put the QuickTime events on automatic,
Oh yeah.
and I wish that I would have I I wish there was like more to do with the QuickTime event, or there was like a higher consequence for like not hitting a button or something
Right.
like that. Because it
Right.
seems like it's just there for you to have something to do while
Right.
this is going on,
Yeah, because I miss some and that
But
mech fight's still going. So it's just
yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah. So I kind of wish there was a little bit more weight to him, but it's not
Yeah.
enough to be like, oh, like 8s out of 10 or something
Right,
like
right,
that,
right, right. Because again,
So yeah.
great narrative, great music, great vocal performances all around. Aaron Paul, my man, dude, he just seems like such a good guy in this. And like that's so hard when you're named Robert Robertson. And yeah, it's so good. And his dog's just a
And he
precious boy.
you can have him give some really impactful speeches and stuff
100%.
too. It's pretty great.
And like
Yeah.
literally, dude, record those because sometimes you might just need Aaron Paul to tell you you're gonna be okay. Like, it's some good stuff, man. But yeah, I hope we get more. But we've talked a lot about the Critical Role people. We talked a lot about him. We can't like because we touched on Chase Jeffrey Wright. Come on,
Oh yeah.
he's not known for necessarily for video game stuff 100%. He has a few here and there, but like, dude, he's really good. Like he's
Yeah.
really yeah.
Especially just it's crazy to think of him in this role too,
Yeah,
because he just
100%.
curses so much.
Well, because he
So
is a
much.
kid. Like he's a
Yeah.
younger guy. It's just his
Yeah.
body is unfortunately aging when he uses his powers, and it's just like, oh man,
It's rough, man.
it
It's
is.
rough.
It
That's like he
is.
says, like he can't. He was like, I can't do that anymore either. Like his but like you feel for him, man. But it is nice to see him zipping around in the suit
It
with
is.
the
No, like it's hard for me to like
yeah.
really. It's because again, I gave it a 9. That's not even part of what like made me bring it down from a 10. It's 100% like the gameplay stuff. And now I'll say some of the stuff that you've enlightened me to about like what the other endings entail and how to get those. But yeah, I love him as a character. I love his dynamic with Robert because they're so good. I love seeing them in their past as the babysitter and the child, and obviously just seeing them now. And again, just wanted to shout out Jeffrey Wright because dude, he's so good and he's actually really funny.
He's, yeah.
And then of course he has the moment at the party with Vizzy where it's not so funny. It's a little
Yeah, it
too
gets
real.
real.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will say I don't think she necessarily deserved all of that. But yeah, it's just it's all
He
right.
he goes too far.
He
He
does.
goes too
But
far. Like to the point
he's
that he knows it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like coming back to apologize and stuff like that. And then obviously like he doesn't like her, but he doesn't hate her to the point that he's not going
Right.
to go save her or something like
Right.
that either.
Because he's
So
a hero.
yeah.
And like you literally,
Yeah, man.
before this happens, you have such a good conversation with him about what it means to be a hero, like how you see yourself. It ties into like what you were like bringing up those choices of like, if you get him, are you going to kill the guy? And like, I outright chose, I don't know. Obviously, in my mind, I'm like, if I get the choice, I'm not going to kill him. Because like we're heroes. Heroes don't do that, you know? You know? And in a game like this, I feel like that's going to immediately lead to a bad ending. And it does. Granted, you're not the one doing it. But
I wonder if me saying it makes me feel good, which is what I said both times.
oh,
Like
you
it
did.
makes me feel good to help people.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like it makes me feel good to help people. And then he replies with like, "Did you ever think that a villain feels good hurting somebody or
What were the
whatever?"
other
Like they get that
choices?
same feeling from hurting somebody. I think it's what heroes do is like you were saying something
Uh,
along those lines, and then like I don't know, like something in the middle.
okay. Is that the
Yeah.
because I definitely didn't choose the obviously terrible one you did. But yeah.
It makes me feel good to help people. That's
But in terms of
bad.
talking about a hero, you're being that's a self-centered answer.
Dude, but like I help people because it makes me feel good to help people.
So,
Like
not to get too philosophical here, but that's exactly your problem with religion in real life.
what?
If
What?
you shouldn't do something just because it feels good to you. You shouldn't do something just because it makes somebody who may or may not exist also feel good about you.
Oh, that's what it is. It's the right thing to do is the thing.
Okay.
That's
But regardless, you
the other
shouldn't
one.
do things just because they make you feel good. Sometimes you're going to have to do things that don't make you feel good, but it
You
may make
shouldn't do
somebody
things
else
just
feel
because it's
good.
the right thing to do. If you're doing something just because it's the right thing to do, that's like, I don't know. This is a whole thing, man. We need to
No,
take
I
some
understand,
shrooms and go
but
out
it's
to the
also very
desert.
broad. I was just saying,
But it didn't
yeah,
feel like a bad answer. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like
it's selfish.
I there was a dude behind me at the store the other day that
Mm.
like didn't he stepped out of line because he had to like move money around or whatever, and they
Uh,
charged me for his stuff accidentally, and I was like, oh, just keep it or whatever, and like I was like, oh man, like I feel good, and that's why I do things like this.
but you
But
didn't
that's
do
okay.
that. But that you didn't do it because you feel good. You did it because you're kind. You just happen to feel good after that. In the moment, you're not
I just
thinking,
also
"Oh,
feel good.
right." But like in the moment, you're
Yeah,
not like it's not like when you need a cigarette. You're like, oh, I need that. I know it's not a high necessarily, but you know what it is. A buzz, sure. But
yeah,
in the
yeah.
moment, you're just kind. You're just like, oh, this guy needs this. Yeah. And afterwards, yeah, dude, you feel good. You feel good. You're not doing it because it makes you feel good. You're doing it to, if anything, make somebody else feel good.
Oh, like I need to get off, man. I'm gonna go give a homeless
Right.
dude a blanket right
Right,
now
right. Like you're
or something.
jonesing for the positivity. Like, yeah, what's
See, man,
the rock?
that's
You're like,
not how I was thinking of that
mm.
answer, though. You know,
And I'm not
like
saying it is 100%
it's
that.
just
And so, and it's because we're raised like this to think that the word selfish is automatically a bad thing.
it's good to
You
be
you said
selfish
this
sometimes.
before that and we've seen it repeatedly. You can't help other people if you don't help yourself. Like you have to be
Hmm.
selfish to some extent in real life. And that goes for being a hero too. Obviously, in our superhero stories, that's usually where a lot of the trauma comes from, where it's hard to take care of yourself when you're trying to take care of other people. And we love to see it, even though we see that story a lot. But yeah, I'm just saying it like that. Because yeah, in
Yeah,
earnest, because I want to give you the
maybe
shout
that's
out.
where I
You helped
functioned
that
too.
guy because you wanted to help that guy. After the fact, you felt good and that's just an after fact.
I didn't even record it. Crazy.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation because I need content. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I need you to get out there and pay for more
Need you
stuff
to get out there,
first.
man. Go get him a McDouble or something. But
Oh
yeah,
man.
but dispatch. I completely agree with you. I would love like a mode to just play, and I feel like you could add that to this. Granted, I guess the
Yeah.
scenarios are like a little tougher to put in there, but I would just love it.
Give me a mobile game. I don't care.
Right. This is
Yeah.
so easy. Like let's stop putting like Death Stranding on our iPhones. Like, let's give me
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Give me this on my phone. Like, where is Queen's Blood? I don't get it. I do not understand.
How is that not a
How is that
thing,
not a thing?
y'all? You could
Like,
be making so much money right
Square,
now.
stop building this thing from the ground up. Give us the card games. Just give us the card game. My heart is yours, Zeus. But yeah, no, it's just the gameplay loop is fun and less hacking for sure, for sure. But Ernest, we've talked a good bit about Dispatch. Um, we are going to be moving away from this because we are next week. We're going to have Justin on the show. We're recording early next week to go with his schedule. Um, and we're going to be going over our yearly thing. This will, of course, be the first time we video it. We're a video and you can see it. But we're going to be going over the majority of Game Awards nominations and who we think is going to win, and our own little like veto system of like we would rather this be there than this, stuff like that. And then, of course, we'll see how it all goes because Game Awards are next week. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then
Yeah.
the week after that is when we put our big boy pants on. Because yeah, we have our own game awards to do. And it's a lot. It's gonna be a
It
lot. This
is
is
a
crazy.
lot. It is
Because
a
it's been a
lot,
banger
but
year.
it's usually worth it.
Oh, for sure.
It's been worth it each time up till
Oh,
now.
okay. I
So
was like,
yeah,
when was it not?
yeah,
I was like, when was
yeah,
it
yeah,
not
yeah,
good?
yeah.
But
That's a better way to say that.
but Ernest, for keeping up with all of that, seeing where we're going with the game of the years, the awards, all that good stuff, where can the people find us?
So, if you'd like to stay up to date with the show, you can find us out here on all these social medias, baby. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube. And if you'd like to reach us directly, you can find us at lifeisstorytelling at gmail.com. We appreciate any and all feedback, and we fucking love you.
We love you so much. Whether you chose Blonde Blazer, whether you chose Vizzy, whether you like it episodic, or whether you like it all together, as long as you're shooting, like you're rooting for the games, so are we. But thank you all for tuning in, hanging out, and have a great rest of your week.